gearbox, alright? Instead of sandwiching it down, put holes, drill holes or burn holes through there and bolt it down.
If you bolt it from the base housing, the factory housing, that's cast. And then little,
They're steel. The new boxes.
even though that ain't gonna, she'll jump around there, she'll jump out of that motherfucker, there's no way that it will, because all the sprockets are oblong. They're oblong, they go in and out. That gearbox is jumping up and down in there, man. No, that with that all thread they got and them lid covers, that is a good design and that is correct for what you have. We cut the ends out of them cans and put new sprocket in there and put them up to the fucking stop where it goes. That's how it's supposed to do it. And pack them around and she runs true. You could do that. But our cans ain't like that. Ours are up and down. They're in and out. They're worn down. You know, 1/2-inch fucking steel's off. That gearbox doing double duty.
We need a good column in there.
Them sprockets are just worn out. This one me and Kevin did 4 or 5 months ago. It's amazing it even held up.
How we gonna
I give it a 50-50 chance, but it's holding up. But that's probably the reason that's chewing some of my gearboxes up, because he goes in and out and he goes up and down, fucking hitting that fucking wheel on that.
How do we
But
fix
that's
it?
only the first one we've had in about 5 months on that.
How do we fix it?
You gotta put a new fucking sprocket on there. When you pull that sprocket off, that can comes out, that's a 3/4 end, and then it has that bent angle that goes around. Well, you got your face like that, and then your radius angle. Them sprockets go right on that. And I guess some of them, they already run the factory key stock around there for a stop, you know what I mean? If not, we'll install that. We just dance around there with some section. And that should come right over and be done. Not like me and you with fucking 5 string lines that we had. How many measurements we pull in that motherfucker? That was a J-O-B, wasn't it, buddy?
We were in some deep jelly on that one.
60 years old. How many times that went around with a fucking gear on it?
Sit down, bro.
Fucking couple million?
Take a break.
Yeah, it's got wear on it.
Take a break.
Yeah, but there's some deep jelly on
No,
that one.
I gotta do something.
Come on, sit down.
Yeah, I gotta do something. No interviews.
Come on.
Oh, I'm for real.
But that's and here's the other fucking phase to it.
Yeah.
You're gonna be patching holes in pin bars. That's the thing. But 90% of these cans need that new sprocket end on it, and then 90% of them need the top rail on this basket, the main connection, and then the lid. You have to do that. Just like when they sent that out and them guys did that. That's what we need. I'd go right off of that design. Beautiful design. Instead of trying to figure something else out. So you need that fucking framework and you need sprockets.
I'm gonna make you the project manager, alright?
That's a lot of work. That's a lot of work. So that sprocket, that's a week, 10 days. Burning that old one off. Christ, you can burn a section 2 foot that weighs about 500 pounds. When they go?
Project Manager Joe.
I burned a 4-foot section and went down there to move that motherfucker, remember? And it must have been about 300 pounds. Oh my God, that's heavy metal. That is heavy, man. So you gotta scrap them in small pieces. A lot of work. Can it be done? Absolutely. But you'd have to have somebody like me and him doing that all done, and then somebody else doing that other shit.
Alright.
That's how you knock that out. We couldn't get into that and then keep doing everything we're doing.
You ever shaved the porn stash?
My who?
Your porn stash.
My point what?
Your porn stash.
Oh yeah.
You ever shave that off?
No.
I always got the porn stash.
No. I had a beard when I was lawn working.
Were you?
Yeah, up
Big
on the
one?
yard. Had a
Keep your
nice
face
fucking
warm,
beard
huh?
to keep you warm.
Yeah.
Get up on them bridges, get up on them tower cranes. They cold up here,
What were
man.
you telling me yesterday about hemorrhoids? Fucking sitting on that cold steel makes your hemorrhoids
Oh
pop
my God,
out.
yeah. You can be there you can be putting a fucking plate on with fucking 100, 200 bolts in it, motherfucker. You're driving fucking pins all day. You're there. You know what I mean? If you have a torch, I used to heat them up. Sometimes you're just fucking bolting up.
You sit on that cold steel makes your asshole shut,
You
right?
better believe it, Will. It's the worst thing in the world for you. Absolute worst. Second thing is straining, picking up fucking weight. That's how you pop your asshole out. Or a hernia.
Yeah.
I had 2 of them cut out too, but I've been doing physical work for 40 years.
Would you get a mesh in?
Huh?
Get a mesh?
I got the mesh on both sides, yeah. Yeah. About 20 years ago. Good doctors too, they're fine. But you get that ball of fucking pus that comes through your fucking skin, your inner skin, and then presses on your groin. That's fucking, you'll know when you got a hernia.
Yeah.
You'll know when you got, you'll work me to him and you'll be crying, burning like a motherfucker. I got them from beating pins on 235s, the bucket pins. Because I would always repair the collars and shit, go to put the motherfucker back on. Jesus Christ. Next thing you know, your dick's on the ground.
Dick's in the dirt.
32-inch pin, 5-inch diameter, about a 250. That ain't absolutely right on the money. You're gonna be beating him in there just to get them digging. You know what I mean, Steve?
Yeah.
Just to get him digging, you got to dig. $300 an hour for that machine and that operator. That's what they charge for them big 300 cats.
I seen that them guys were hiring the other day. There was a sign down there, Costino. There was a sign down there by the Wawa. They were hiring.
Really?
Yeah. They were looking for foremen, laborers. Right there on the right side. If you come up to that Wawa on North Point,
Yeah.
on the right side you'll see it on the fence.
They redid the old McDonald's up on Wise Avenue.
Tell them, Joe, you want to see a.
Did you see it?
You want to see a garden bed. You want to see a tree stump, a chair. You don't want to see
You're
the
ready-
steel.
Yeah, you're ready for retirement. You don't see steel no more. You want to make a flower bed.
Well, look at the fucking McDonald's they just put. They framed that out with wood. That was 2x6. The whole fucking building, that rectangular structure right up here. That went in the 60s. That used to be red and white tiles, small tiles, all beautiful work on that with the arches. I used to go there in the late 60s as a kid when it was brand new. Now it doesn't look nothing like that. Now it looks like an IKEA, like a square box. The old craftsmen took their time, put a structure up. This motherfucker, and they popped that out. And that's what you get. It's just a generic style of craftsmanship. You're not getting that master craftsmanship no more.
What do you think holds that?
When's the last fucking structure you've seen go up look like the Eiffel Tower? Think about that. That's the first skyscraper in the world. 1889. Look at that beautiful motherfucker.
What do you think
2-3 million rivets. They built that without a weld machine. They put that up without a weld machine. Now what that is, I mean everything gotta be, that's all riveted. Everything was riveted on that fucking building. That's why it's still there, it's so fucking strong. So you didn't get a high rise to the fucking Chrysler built in 1933. So the French were 40 years ahead of us with steel. And they built that without fucking nuts and bolts and without a fucking weld machine. That is fucking incredible.
Yeah, them French.
Everything forged, everything riveted. Yeah. And that's fucking what? That's 900 feet high.
What about the Statue of Liberty?
You got their tits up.
Fucking, I think, but that was definitely the French. It might have been Eiffel. The guy with the Eiffel Tower might have designed the Statue of Liberty too, because he was a fucking master with metal. A master. He was a fucking incredible motherfucker. Carnegie could make it, but Eiffel could fucking set it and fabricate it. You ain't got many. You ain't nobody can do what that man did.
They rode over on boats, didn't they?
Yeah.
Statue of Liberty.
I wouldn't mind going up there. Well, I'd go if I lived in New York. I'd be on on the One World Trade Center.
I went there. Big hole in the ground. They got all the names.
I mean, the new building up on the.
Oh, I haven't gone to that.
That's got an observation deck at 1,550 feet. That's up there.
Maybe I did.
But I don't want to go to New York. I don't like New York. I wouldn't go there. I just don't like the city. I don't like walking around. I've been there twice. And I've been there with people that were born and raised there. It took me everywhere there was to go. I just didn't like the feel of that fucking place.
You want to know the eeriest place I've ever been was the Holocaust Museum. You ever been to that?
No, I
It
would
was
fuck.
in D.C.
Yeah, it's in DC.
I'm a German.
I know, but
I'm a fucking full-blooded Kraut. Now, I mean, old German humor is,